Alright, so in this lesson, we will learn how to complete a square trinomial. This time our trinomial will be a quadratic expression. In other words, you're going to have like an x squared, right? So let's remind ourselves about these perfect squares, trinomials. Now remember, this is a trinomial because it has three terms, right? So we get there by doing x plus 3 squared. So x plus 3 times x plus 3. X times x is x squared. X times 3 is 3x. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 3 is 9. Remember that in this case, we can see why, but the x squared comes down because there's no more x squareds. We combine the 3x's because they both are x terms. We get 6x. 3x plus 3x is 6x. And then there are no more constants, there's no more regular, there's numbers sitting around, so we just bring down the 9, right? So we can conclude that x squared plus 6x plus 9 is a perfect square because x plus 3 times x plus 3, which is same quantity times same quantity, gives us x squared plus 6x plus 9. We can see that we did the same we did the same procedure for all these. We add x minus 2 times x minus 2. We got x squared. We got an x term. We got the same x term. And then we got plus 4, which is a constant. You can see that we brought these down and we combined our x terms. So negative 2x, or minus 2x gives us minus 4x. So let's go down here. We should be able to do it very quickly once again. Remember that this is x times, well, I guess I should put times x. You get x squared. 3 times 3 gives us 9. Remember, I should put the dot. Remember that the shortcut is that a plus b squared is just a squared in the first term. B squared is the last term. The only one we've got to work on is this middle term, 2ab. Remember that this is a and this is b. So 2ab. So 2 times x times 3. So, well, let's back up. We can think about this easier. X times 3 is 3x. We have 2 of them. So we get 6x plus 6x. I'll try that again. X times x is x squared. Positive 4 times positive 4 is, keep making that mistake, is 16. X times 4 is 4x. We have 2 of them. We get 8x, positive 8x. Do it again. X times x is x squared. Negative 6 times negative 6. Negative times a negative is a positive 36, so plus 36. X times negative 6 is negative 6x. I have 2 of them, so I get negative 12x, minus 12x. Try it again. Let's do this negative one right here, or this minus one. 3x times 3x. 3 times 3 is 9. X times x is x squared. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Alright, let's try to multiply these. 3x times negative 2. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6x. Remember, we're going to have 2 of these. So we get negative 12x minus 12x. Try that again. Let's see. 2x times 2x is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. X times x is x squared. Positive 3 times positive 3 is positive 9. Remember that I'm going to have to multiply this a and b at some point, so 2x times 3 is 6x. I have 2 of them, so I end up with 12x. That's this circumstance. I didn't mean for there to be so many 12s, but this one's a positive 12x. Let's do one more. Negative 4x times negative 4x. Negative, since negative is a positive, 4 times 4 is 16. X times x is x squared. Positive 2 times positive 2, positive 4. All right, so negative, let's multiply a and b. Multiply negative 4x times 2, and I get negative 8x. Remember, I'm going to have 2 of them, so I get negative 16x. So minus 16x. All right, let's learn how to complete these. So, this time I'm missing the middle term. So right here, we know that 9x squared is, well, let's back up. We know that a squared is 9x squared. So I just need to figure out what times what is 9x squared. So I take the square root. So a, square root of a squared is a. So what times, well, the square root of 9 is 3. And x times x is x squared. Remember, you can technically make this positive negative, but let's not talk about that. I'll worry about that right now. We know that b squared is 16. So square root, b can be 4. Now, we need to get to ab. Now, we know that a is 3x and b is 4. So 2 times 3x times 4. Yeah, this will work. So we know that this 2ab is 2 times 3x times 4. So 2 times 3x is 6x times 4. 6x times 4 is 24x. So this middle term is 24x. So in order to get 9x squared plus 24x plus 6, remember that a was 3x, b was 4, so plus 4, and we would have to multiply it. So we know that this one right here, 9x squared plus 24x plus 16 is a perfect square because 3x plus 4 right here times 3x plus 4 will give me, well, let me make this a little nicer. 3x plus 4 will give me 9x squared plus 24x plus 16. Let's prove that. So 3x plus 4 squared is 3x plus 4 times 3x plus 4. 3x times 3x is 9x squared. 3x times plus 4 is plus 12. 4 times, 12x. 4 times 3x is plus 12 again, x. And 4 times 4 is 16. There are no more, so this is where we combine like terms. Remember, there's no more of these, so we just bring them down. 9x squared. There's an x, we can put them together, we get plus 24x, and then there's no more constants or regular numbers, so we put plus 16. And that is, in fact, what we put here, our perfect square. Okay, let's try this one. So a squared, remember, is a 4x squared. To get a, we square roots. 2 times 2 is 4, so it's 2. X times x is x squared, so a is 2x. Don't forget that we know b squared. B squared is 25, square root. we get b is 5. So we have a and we have b, and so the middle term is 2ab. 2 times 2x times 5, because remember a is 2x, b is 5. So we multiply them out. 4x times 5 is 20x. So our middle term, our 2ab term, is positive 20x. We can express this trinomial as 2x plus positive 5, so I'm going to put plus 5 squared. You now know how to do this. Alright, we're almost done. Okay, so this time we're missing the third term right here. So we know that a squared is 9x squared. So that means that a, if we take the square root of 9 is 3, square root of x squared is x. This time, though, we don't know b squared. We know what 2ab is, though. 2ab is 24x. And we know what a is. We know that a is 3x. So let's simplify before we solve. 2 times 3x is 6x. B equals 24x. This time I'm going to divide by 6x to get rid of the 6 and the x. So b is 24 divided by 6 is 3. X divided by x is 1. So b is 3. So if a is 3x and b is positive 3, got to square it. That means that's b squared, so 3 times 3 is positive 9. All right. We are just about finished. Let me make sure I can see the last one. All right. So a squared is 25x squared. So let's square root that. A is 5. Square root of 25 is 5. Square root of x squared is x. All right, we know this middle term. 2ab is negative 70x. Okay, we know that a was 5x. So let's simplify before we solve. So 10xb equals negative 70x. Now, we're trying to find b, so let's divide by 10x. So b is negative 7, because negative 70 divided by 10 is negative 7. So we know that a is 5x, b, so it's negative 7, so minus 7 squared should give us 25x squared minus 70x. Now remember, this is squared, so negative times a negative is a positive. 7 times 7 is positive 49. Hope that was okay. Thank you very much.